Welcome learners, I am Dipankar Vasumatari, teaching English in Gajera Rural School, Surat. In this video, we'll discuss the unfamiliar words followed by another one in which we'll talk about the questions and answers. So let's take a look at this. JackFinney, we have introduced JackFinney already. One stack of timetables. What is this? What does it refer to? Now he says that the presidents of the New York Central and the New York New Haven and Hartford railroads will swear on a stack of timetables. Now why would they swear on a stack of timetables? Because for subways, for railway stations, timetables are like, it is because of the timetables that they survive, and that is why they swear by timetables. So they refuse to agree that there was a third level, which the writer had himself experienced, and this also made his wife very angry with him, and she was angry because she believes that her husband should not seek an escape, because she thinks that her husband should be very happy with her. And then refuge is another word that may be unfamiliar to you. It means shelter. Let's go on to the next page here. First day covers. Now what is a first day cover? The envelope on which the stamp is stuck the first time it is posted is called the first day cover. The explanation is given here. A first day of issue cover or first day cover is a first day of issue. His grandfather had the hobby of collecting stamps, so our narrator also collected stamps. While going down, he could see, here he is talking about his walk back home, and while he walked back home, he could see people wearing suits made of gabardine. Now what is a gabardine suit? It's a kind of a finely woven material. I'll show you the picture. This is known as gabardine, finely woven cloth material. And then he goes into the subway, into the metro station, and he always, like I told you in the previous video, that he always wondered if there was a third level. This subway station definitely had two levels, the first and the second. He became curious and went down, and when he went down, he could see there was a staircase leading to the third level. So he goes down, he finds a staircase slanting downward, sloping downward. After going down, he could see that people were wearing long black sleeve protectors. Now what is a sleeve protector? It's an old-fashioned piece of clothing that people used to protect their sleeves from getting dirty. I'll show you a picture. You wear it to protect your sleeves from getting dirty. And when he went down, he could also see other things that definitely belonged to the 19th century. There were spittoons on the floor. Now what is a spittoon? It's a kind of a trash can in which you can spit. This glint means a flash of light. People could be seen pulling their watches out of their vest pockets. And then he could see people wearing derby hats. Now derby hats are unfamiliar for somebody in the 20th century. Now this is a derby hat. It's made of hard material. Some people were wearing tiny, this part is known as the lapel. And then he could see that people had, now what is a handlebar mustache? This is a handlebar mustache. And then people had sideburns. Now sideburns are also peculiarly 19th century. This is a sideburn. Could see that women also were dressed peculiarly, like 19th century. They had leg-o-mutton sleeves. What is a leg-o-mutton sleeve? Now what is a leg-o-mutton sleeve? This. You see the sleeve here? It looks like a leg of a goat. That is why it's called a leg-o-mutton sleeve. And then he could see people wearing high-button shoes, which also was peculiarly 19th century. This is a pair of high-button shoes. And then he could also see that the trains that were plying on the tracks were different, distinctly 19th century. So a stack is a funnel through which the smoke goes out. I'll show you a 19th century train. So this is the kind of train he could see in the train station, in the metro station. Obviously, he was really surprised. So he goes to buy a ticket. Unfortunately, he could not buy any because he did not have any old currency notes, and he could see some people reading newspapers about President Cleveland. Now who is President Cleveland? He was the 22nd and the 24th President of the United States. Why? Because he was in office for 2 times, and then he could see that the houses are differently built. They were frame houses. Frame houses are houses that are built on frames that have been previously constructed, which are and the frames are normally constructed out of timber. And he wanted to go to this place, Galesburg, Illinois. He wanted to go there because his grandfather lived there, and he always liked that place. It was kind of quaint. He went to the ticket counter to buy tickets. Like I told you, he did not have old currency notes on him. So the man sitting at the counter became angry, and he said to the narrator, it was no use trying to cheat him. To skin means to cheat. This is an old expression used in the 19th century. And old style bills, old currency notes. So after that he goes home, and then in the previous video I told you that he bought old currency notes using all the savings that he had. He went back to the station to find the third level. This time he could not find it, but he did not give up the hope of finding it again. And one day he finds it. While he was tinkering with the sound collection that he had, he could see that he found a letter which had been sent from the past, and it was mailed to him. And it was mailed to him on the 18th of July, 1894. The postmark showed it, and it had the picture of President Garfield, who was the 20th President of the United States. Inside the envelope, there was a letter for our narrator, and the letter was signed by Sam, his psychologist.